Book Snark, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Snarky recap. The Picture of Dorian Gray, a novel where everyone's fabulous, everyone's miserable, and someone ends up aging like a banana in the sun. Let's dive into this Gothic glam fest of vanity, art, and very questionable friendships. Meet Dorian Gray, a young man so hot he makes Greek statues feel insecure. He's being painted by Basil Hallward, an artist who's clearly a few brushstrokes away from being totally obsessed. And who can blame him? Dorian looks like he drinks ambrosia and moisturizes with starlight. Then enter Lord Henry Wotton, a walking cigarette in human form. He's charming, jaded, and says things like, "The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it," which is great advice if your life goal is moral ruin. So Henry fills Dorian's head with a bunch of hedonistic nonsense about beauty being the only thing that matters, and Dorian eats it up like it's cake. He becomes terrified of aging because apparently being average looking is worse than being evil. Dorian sees Basil's finished portrait, a stunning Ultra HD version of himself, and has a full-blown existential crisis. So, naturally, he makes a magical unsupervised wish that the painting will age instead of him. Spoiler, the universe says, "Cool, we can do that." Cue the downward spiral. Dorian promptly falls in love with Sybil Vane, a teenage actress who performs Shakespeare with the enthusiasm of a high school freshman who just discovered eyeliner. He's enchanted until she has one bad night on stage. Dorian dumps her harder than a bad stock. Sybil is so heartbroken she takes her own life. Lord Henry's reaction? How very romantic. The painting's reaction? Not so romantic. It starts to change. A little smirk here, a subtle cruelty there. Dorian, still flawless. But the painting now has a personal vendetta. Dorian doesn't learn from this, of course. Instead, he goes full villain origin story. He dives into a decades-long spree of moral decay. Opium dens, ruined reputations, and enough scandal to keep Regency-era Twitter busy for weeks. Meanwhile, he's remaining wrinkle-free, just a gorgeous sociopath in a cravat. But the painting? It's starting to look like a horror movie poster. Enter Basil again. Poor, hopeful Basil, who still thinks Dorian's just misunderstood and maybe a little tired. Basil sees the painting, finally, and it's Dorian's soul on canvas, now with bonus murder eyes. Dorian reacts with calm reflection and emotional growth. Oh, kidding. He kills Basil on the spot. Yes, we've entered the Stab Your Friends chapter. Now the painting is full-on demonic. It's got sins layered on like oil paint. Murder, vice, Pride and Prejudice fanfiction, who knows? Dorian's still walking around like a Calvin Klein model in 1890s London, but even a cursed immortal can't dodge guilt forever. Dorian starts unraveling. He tries to be good once, by not ruining a girl's life, but when he checks the painting, it's even worse, now smug about his hypocrisy. Turns out you can't half repent. There's no such thing as mostly less evil. So, Dorian decides if the painting is the problem, then maybe he should stab it. Sure, genius. Nothing ever went wrong with knife-based self-help. He attacks the painting, and guess what? He dies. The servants find his body, suddenly old, gray, and hideous, lying next to the painting, which is back to its original flawless form. Classic Wilde. Moral of the story? If you sell your soul for eternal youth, make sure you also delete your browsing history and keep sharp objects far away. Oh, and maybe don't take life advice from men named Lord Henry. That's The Picture of Dorian Gray, folks. A Gothic cautionary tale where the moral rot is more visible than the Botox. And Oscar Wilde proves once again that beauty fades, but bad choices are forever. Like and subscribe to Book Snark on YouTube for more hilariously unhinged literary recaps.